Shout out Sniper T on the beat.
Tamara to the break of dawn is on the rise, with life on the forefront of the mind. So line for line, you can ride this brain train and you can change your station without even touching the dial. So relax, stay a little bit, but listen for a while. And whether you're bumping this in the whip or in a business fit, it's a meeting you won't want to miss. A meeting for a meal to feed the soul with words for the mind. So sit back, enjoy the ride. Time to take off, it's time to fly. Cause Tamara till the break of dawn is on the rise.
Hey, y'all. It's me, Tamara. Yes. I love when my studio audience just really does what they're supposed to do. You know, every now and then they be acting brand new, like they don't be here every week. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. New listeners, new episodes generally drop every Thursday. I usually talk about my life and how I'm trying to grow. So come on back through if you like what you hear, just so you can kind of see how the show really gets down. Today I have my Big Rich Town co-host. We got Cedric. Oh, come on, studio audience, get into it. Yes, thank you. And we have the dating pool department. I don't know if it's the manager or somebody, Representative Baylor.
CEO.
Yes, thank you guys for making time on this fine Wednesday evening, especially when I kind of asked y'all last minute because I honestly kind of I don't even know. Yeah, I kind of forgot that it was about that time again. So guys, if you're new to these things, we're going to talk about Power, Tommy, Season 1, Episodes 6 through 10. I'm a huge fan of the Power. It is now a universe. It didn't start that way. Cedric and I used to always talk about it every Sunday before, so I know Baylor's also a huge fan. So when I decided I wanted to do a recap show, here we are. They've been faithful. We're at volume 7, which is actually kind of dope because we don't do it every day or week or whatever. We come back twice a season generally. So yeah, fellas, what's new?
Mortgage. Bills.
Yeah, y'all both homeowners in this mug. You know?
That's pretty much.
It's due. It's due. That was coming up.
Yeah.
3 more days.
Yeah.
No, not too much.
Janae, her graduation's coming up. So she's super excited about that. It's weird. My youngest child is graduating, but
How's that feel?
it's weird. I don't know, like, she already moved out, so it's almost, and she finished school back in October, so it's almost just kind of like formality, because she obviously, no one has to walk, but she of course is going to and have a graduation party and all that and whatever. So it's weird because then also she graduates on Mother's Day, which is also Kayliana's 20th birthday. So there's just so much happening at the same time. So yeah.
You can't forget nothing on that date.
Nope. We're gonna do. Thankfully, she doesn't graduate till 5, and so like Janae's graduation party is on Saturday the 7th, and then we're gonna do breakfast. So the 4 of us, including my son, like Sunday morning, because I don't want Kayliana's birthday to get overshadowed. She makes a big deal out of her birthday like I do. And then it's her 20th birthday. So, like, no more teenage years. That's a big deal. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So
She'll be
yes,
alright, man. Then her next like 4 or 5 birthdays.
that's because you don't know Kayliana. Kayliana is. I mean, that sounded stupid. Of course, you know her, but you don't know how wild she is. Like we start hearing about her birthday almost the day after her birthday. She's already like, I can't wait till I turn the next age. She's just always been a future thinker. So I've been hearing about her birthday for months. And I don't know if she thought I forgot about it, but how am I gonna forget that? Like, oh no, she's funny. But yeah. Yep. Planning. But guys, there's no power shows on right now. That's kind of wild.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, they've been in competition with a lot of other shows, so I guess it's time for them to take a break.
Mhm. Mhm. I mean, they really. I didn't watch BMF, but we can kind of put that into 50's catalog of back-to-back shows. So he literally was running stars for, I mean, like 6 months, maybe more. And
Two good shows at that. Very,
yeah.
very good.
So it's kind of like it's just wild that there's nothing right now. And Snowfall ended, and Abbott Elementary. I think that was the season finale for that too. So I'm just like,
That's more of the wild stuff because nobody really noticed about Power. It was very underwhelming to a lot of people outside of myself, but because of the shows that surrounded it, we're not gonna miss it too much. I mean, but some of the key shows are leaving permanently, so
hmm
that's what's kind of like standing out more than actually Power going on a break because we about to lose at least three to four shows. With some of them coming up on our last season um, for next year.
hmm
I think Ozark,
Ozark coming back this weekend.
yeah, coming back Friday, so that's gonna be it for that one.
Oh, that's the last season.
Yeah, so that's gonna be a tough one. We got some classics going out the door.
I know Snowfall next season is their last season,
hmm
which I hope they tie up some loose ends that I feel like they left in season 5, because season 5 was a weird season.
They did that on purpose.
I,
It was like a Breaking Bad season. One of them
I,
seasons where it was just build up, and then you're gonna see the downfall in season 6.
Yeah, everything gonna start unraveling.
You're gonna
well,
see a
well,
lot of bodies drop.
oh, definitely, I
Rest in
believe
peace,
that.
Ivy. Rest in peace, Ivy. That was my guy.
Man, that yeah, that made me sad. That was he ain't have to do Avi like that. Like,
He kind of did. He was a snitch, and he snitched on it. And I mean, he did what he said he was gonna do. Snitch.
I
And
mean,
that kind of goes into any show that you ever see is like as far as Snowfall and Power. As soon as you start talking,
he
they
didn't
ain't
have a
got much more to
choice.
say to you after that.
I felt like dude could have used him,
He had a choice.
but I
You
mean, I
always
mean,
have a choice.
I guess yeah, true,
You
yeah.
always have a choice.
Um, but speaking of power, we are here. Tommy, or technically Power Book 4, but Tommy. Tommy had his debut season of his spinoff, and this has
Hmm.
been the one that I mean, this is the one, I'll speak for me, that I was waiting on. I didn't think I was gonna like Raising Kanan, love it. Wasn't I was like, why does Tariq need a spinoff? I actually really like that one now. But this is the one that I was waiting for. I think Tate's is in production. I just read somewhere today, so that's still, or pre-production, so that's still a go. As far as whatever they're gonna call that one, book 5. But where do y'all want to start?
Y'all
Because
wanna y'all wanna y'all wanna let the cat out the bag, or y'all wanna? How y'all
I,
really feel about it?
I actually enjoyed every bit of it.
Okay,
hmm
I like
I
that.
I enjoyed it for what it was. which was this. This was building Tommy's first standalone series.
Mm-hmm.
So not only was this his first standout series as the main guy, but in a whole totally new city.
Mm-hmm.
I felt like everything that whatever they wanted or whatever y'all wanted would have taken place in New York, but it wouldn't have lasted for long because his ass would have went to jail.
Mm-hmm.
That's the purpose of him leaving New York. So on his way, the one, like I said, I'll keep saying this. The one thing that stands out to me is that he's not getting the phone calls anymore from LA, which means he might be staying in Chicago a little bit longer. That was the main thing that I wanted to pay attention to. Whatever business he set up and got established in Chicago, I felt like it would only lasted maybe maybe 1.5 seasons until he actually made his way down to LA. And that's if he makes his way down to LA. But everything he's doing right now is basically setting up a series to continue. And that's basically all this first series was about, was to getting to know people. We actually got attached to maybe one or two characters now. So it kind of makes sense when bodies start hitting the floor, it's going to actually mean something. You know what I'm saying? We lost actually two people. One I didn't really care for that much, but she still meant a lot to the series for someone's basically mental health and their emotions.
Mm-hmm.
Liliana's the same way. She went from a person that thought Tommy was going to end up killing her to they damn near had a bond. You know what I'm saying? She was basically the only one besides his newfound brother, the only one that he could really trust. And she was more of a trust factor than anything because she was in on his business side, which is extremely hard to deal with. So in all honesty, like, I mean, I wouldn't give it, it's not a perfect score for me, but it's not as low as other people have it. I'd probably give it somewhere around an 8.5.
For me, I didn't dislike it at all. I love, first of all, we know I'm Team Tommy, so there is going to be some sort of bias because I'm just glad to see him back on screen. And I know no matter what happens, he's not going to die because it's his show. You know what I'm saying? And so, and I hope maybe way down the line at some point, but it wasn't going to be this season. But I didn't expect, honestly, I didn't expect two people to die. I expected Gloria to die because she was not needed. You know what I'm
She was
saying?
expendable.
Yeah, I did not expect Liliana to die, and I was actually like, that was one of the. So like Julio, when he died, that hurt. When Proctor, just because of how attached I was to the characters. When Proctor died, I shed real tears when he called his daughter. Liliana was right up there as one of them most painful power deaths because I really liked her being back so that Tommy could have somebody that he could trust in this new city where he's starting this new business. I understand that they have to set the show up. They have to like figure out the storyline, you know what I'm saying? And so coming into this, I detached myself from Power Book 1. So it actually is kind of smart that they waited to do Tommy's and didn't do his right away because then I wouldn't have been able to do that and you would expect things to just flow exactly the same as they were in Book 1. But kind of like you said, Baylor, because he's not in New York. He don't run nothing. You see times where he would try to get Diamond to do stuff Diamond didn't want to do, and Diamond would say no. And Tommy would just have to respect it because he understands, like, okay, I don't really run nothing here yet. You know what I'm saying? And so I overall liked it. I don't like the way the last episode ended. That would be my only. You know what I'm saying? But aside from that, because I knew JP wasn't gonna die, and I knew D-Mac wasn't gonna die, because I just felt like Tommy already just lost Lakeisha and Ghost, and really everybody, even Tasha and Tariq, just those bonds. And so I didn't feel like he was going to lose anybody super, super close to him. That's why I kind of didn't think Liliana was going to die, but I knew somebody in that last episode, in that last little scene or whatever, I knew somebody was going to die, but I didn't think it was going to be her. And I was, and it's crazy because there's a power void in my heart right now. I started watching OG Power from the beginning. So I'm on like episode 6, and I didn't really realize that Liliana had got sliced up in the first. That first episode was wild, the way they just came in with it. And we know Tommy had wanted her killed, and there was a point where Tommy said in book 1, like, I'll bet money that she's gonna snitch on us. She's gonna come back and do whatever. So I like that when she died, he said, I was wrong about you. You were loyal to the very end, because I feel like that actually tied back to when he had said that in, you know what I'm saying, book 1. So, all in all, I really liked the season overall. I knew Gloria was gonna die. I had hoped Jenard was gonna die, but I understand why they didn't kill him right away. And I guess I'll just say that for now for my just overall. Cedric, what are your thoughts?
Well, I guess I didn't have to bet like that same thought as you guys. I didn't hate it. I didn't hate it, but I did not love it. The thing I didn't like about it was the roller coaster. I understand that they had to create a story, and they had to do like they had to tie it all together a little bit, but I felt like they were jumping around a lot. They were doing a lot with a lot of different characters, trying to tie in different things, and almost made it unbelievable at some point. Um, almost to the point where it was like, okay, I understand. Maybe Tommy, Tommy and what's his name, his brothers. How is that kid?
JP.
Yeah, but how is oh boy D Mac? How is D? Where did D Mac come in and play? Which I understand. Maybe that's another tie-in. But then Dahlia was another roller coaster for me because they never really fully explained Dahlia. Which is why at the end, when Tommy said, and I hope they continue this with the next season, he said, I don't want to deal with Dahlia. That's not my thing, because I was starting to kind of like, okay, what is Dahlia? If y'all gonna roll with this and actually introduce this new drug, what is this new drug? Is it cocaine? Is it some hybrid cocaine that you guys are selling? Like it glows in the dark. Yes, people will get an amazing high off of it, but what is it? Like all we know is that some chemist came in,
I
started
think that
making
was just
something.
I think that was just the what you call it lights that made it look like that.
I mean, and then they said they
No,
dumbed it down too, and that's what took away the glow.
it
Something
was
about dumbing it down.
she said it was a weight loss pill. So the chemist didn't say this, but the Maya girl or whatever, that Asian chick that was Claudia's little girlfriend that she ended up
Mhm.
killing, had said that it was some sort of like, it was supposed to be a weight loss pill, but then if you're like one ingredient off or the calculation or whatever, it became a drug. So it's like something that accidentally happened
Yeah,
when they were trying to, which,
that's kind of
you,
how drugs happen a little bit.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And then the glow thing, the scientists did that on purpose. Like that was like her branding in a sense. And then Tommy was like, no, like you made this. You don't need to have it glow in the dark. It just
Hmm.
needs to get people high. So that's kind of like she did that on purpose, just so like it be only her thing.
Nah, I don't know. I feel like I mean, and even after that, it's also like even with like the characters that they did have, like it ended up killing Liliana, which I almost don't understand. Out of everybody that could have died at the end there, I I kind of don't agree that she should have went.
I'm not gonna disagree with that, but I always knew she was gonna die.
I mean, she's gonna die,
That's the biggest
but
emotional death, and that's the only emotional attachment we have
if
besides
any,
Tommy, and he's not gonna die because that's his series.
I
After that,
Right.
mean,
after that is all her. Should she have died that early? Well, only season 2 will make that make sense for right now.
I maybe actually thought the son should have died. Victor's what's his name? Because I feel like he was almost an expendable piece because his girlfriend died. He wanted to get out the game kind of anyways.
But if you kill him, you basically kill the whole season because now you don't have no spark plug. He's the one that's been battling with family and his own personal lifestyle.
He could have created a spark plug as well too, though, because he could have also that could have created a beast in Hector or Victor, his father,
Walter.
But
Yeah.
after
Walter.
after
It could have
after
also created a spark in his sister as well too.
yeah,
That
that but that's the one I don't trust. She damn sure can carry a season for me. Now don't get me wrong, the writers of today are superb. They could flip around any character in a heartbeat. But I don't think they're thinking that way because the brother actually have a strong role. He's the one that you don't know which way he's gonna go.
I feel like she had a stronger role than him because she's like the wild card because
I
she'll do anything.
It's
I
a couple
think
of times.
I
they
think she'll do
It's a
anything.
couple of times she almost died and she wet her pants.
I think
But
they're
she's
both
learning.
I think they're both equal, honestly, in the sense that you can't have one and not the other because they each serve their own purpose. You know what I'm saying? And the thing we see with her not street smarts, is she should have never remotely thought that going to meet Tamia to get Dahlia after he knows that your dad is gunning, like y'all beefing, and you think, oh yeah, he's coming to get Dahlia and it's all good. But Vic would have never fell for that. And so I don't think, honestly, going along with the like emotional tie, because I guess you're right, Baylor. We don't have it like I have an emotional tie to her because she's from season one. JP, yeah, that's Tommy's brother, but we don't know him. Jenard, we don't know
Jenard could have
him.
went then.
We don't. It made sense to have, because when you think about how power is, because I always there's like a formula. They kind of do the same thing in a sense every time, and the thing about with Liliana is that she also messed up, and that's a thing in Power too. She shouldn't have let that doctor go without talking to Tommy first, because had she not have let the doctor go, then JP wouldn't have gotten kidnapped, and then none of that would have happened. And so it's kind of like, I thought about that too. Like, she messed up, and in Power, when you mess up like that, or if you snitch, or if you whatever, you end up dying.
Said he said a key thing though in the beginning, uh, which kind of that that's why I kind of understand it a little bit more because you said it seemed like they had everything was all over the place,
Mhm.
and the pros and the cons of this is that Tommy was able to build up his character from a phenomenal from the original series, right?
Mhm.
But the downfall of this, I don't want to say downfall, but the con of this is that it's a spin-off of that. So they can't, if you swap out Tommy for Ghost in the original one, it'd be just as good. Honestly, I think you could plug in anybody as long as they're some strong actors
Mhm.
and keep the same storyline. We're gonna have that same type of relationship for them. But I think because of this the spinoff and what had happened and how it happened and things like that, going into a whole new city, I think it was you can only do so much with what's given to you. It probably would have been the same outcome if he would even came to LA, because all it is just different cultures. So
Yeah.
I think we had first, we as a viewer, as the viewers, we had to adapt to the Chicago culture. For one, right? Because we're talking about a whole totally different side. So like I didn't see no similarities between I don't see no similarities between this and the Shy. You know what I'm saying? Because the
Right.
Shy is more of the,
Right.
the inner cities and stuff like that. This is like business, the downtown area, etc. They may have some cast that's from the streets and things like that. But I think you're right. It was all over the place, but it had to be all over the place because in this short season, they had to introduce a whole new city, somewhat of the backgrounds of these different gangs, and then somehow integrate Tommy in. And it was just so many storylines. This was probably the most storylines I've seen in the first season, to where you had Tommy trying to establish himself.
Mm-hmm.
You have his new brother. Then you got the son that we don't know who he's the son at first. You got a love story,
A new detective.
and then you got this family issue, the crime. It's just so much stuff. And yeah, he's a mess. That detective is a mess.
And
But
then
if
I like that they tried to with what's her name, Blanca, at the end of the season,
yeah, bring her and old boy back,
and that made sense actually. That
and
they actually brought
Jenny
Blanca.
Sullivan too.
Hmm. And
But
I
I
thought that was actually good at the spot that they brought it up as well too, where they actually were at. Did you
And,
catch where they actually were at in that
and
season?
where
if
they
you
why they brought it up too.
Hmm.
if you really think about it, Tommy is
That was
dealing with
interesting.
he's dealing with some heavy shit right now. I mean, you got the Irish, like the mob, like
But if you think about Tommy, like to me, it makes sense to have a season that is all over the place, especially as I'm like rewatching OG Power, because that's how Tommy was. Like even like Ghost was always think Tommy think. He was always the more calculated one, and Tommy was the one who was more emotionally led and all over the place. So for me, if you're going to write a series, there's going to be chaos. There's going to be a lot of wild stuff. There's going to be um you just randomly start sleeping with some chick in a bar. Like even as I'm looking back on how him and Holly got together, cuz that's where I'm at in book 1, it's like that's just how Tommy was. He's always been a wild card. And so for me, while yes, the series, well, I guess both, was all over the place, kind of piggybacking off what you said, Baylor, it's like we're starting uh a whole new cast with a familiar character. So the
if,
difference between
if he doesn't, if this is Tommy, if this is not a spinoff, we get a much powerful season because
yeah,
because we're getting introduced to the character, the main character. We already know who Tommy is and what he's capable of,
mhm,
but we've never seen him be the number one option.
yeah.
And now he's the number one option, and he's doing everything the opposite of Ghost. And now you got a whole mob. Yo, when they're flying cats out from another country, that's now I see what Ghost was talking about. Now I see. Now, but I can honestly say this. Shout out to Tommy. Him and my wife got a lot in common. They have organized chaos. They can have things everywhere in the house, but know what's going on and know how to fix it. So I will say that in his defense, he has started up all this, just a mega war about to happen. But it seems like he's in control, even though he lost his ace boot cone, and she was. Lord knows I miss her too.
I was gonna say, how you
Yeah.
doing? Because you already lost Angie.
Yeah.
But the
You
thing,
lost her
but
quick. You lost her quick too.
Yeah,
yeah,
you
and
need
so
to.
but this is the thing about it. The thing about with her is that I knew she was going to die. I was already prepared for it. I just wasn't prepared for it I didn't know when. I just knew she was going to die.
I didn't think it was going to be this season at all. Like
I thought it was going to be Jenard, if anything. I
This is
thought
why. This is
Jenard
why
should have
I
died.
actually wanted it to be Jenard, and I don't like the way Diamond handled that because it ain't just your brother tried to take over. This nigga
He
tried to
tried to run
kill
up on
you.
you.
Like, he tried to kill you, and you just let him get control of whatever. I don't know. I didn't like that, and I think
You
he
literally
will
listened to him talk
he
about fuck
will
you.
end up.
Yada, yada,
I
yada.
feel like regretting that in the end. Like, he might end up dying in a
Because
later
of that.
season because of that.
That's what Loey's about to encounter too. She let Franklin go.
Whew,
And Franklin
boy.
about to come back with that heat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I predict out of Snowfall. I would even say the next Power season, BMF and Ozark. I think Snowfall is going to have the most bodies in this last season.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of bodies and a lot of key bodies too.
You know,
Oh
the
yeah,
body that's
yeah.
gonna hurt me the worst, and I hope they don't do it.
Huh?
I'm not trying to get so off topic, but I hope they let Leon and his girl go.
Yeah, our
Just
history,
I
get them out the hood, man.
our
I
history in
hope they
LA
do.
shows otherwise.
I know.
I think you're right,
Get
right.
them out the hood,
That ain't how that goes
man.
in every hood movie we've ever seen.
Man.
Let's go to Menace to Society when Kane was in the hood doing whatever. He was all good. As soon as you decide to get up out the hood, look at Ghost.
Man.
Ultimately, that's why Ghost died, because he
His
started
damn
doing
wife.
something different. Yeah. So, but my fear with Snowfall is because Franklin done told Kane Louis did what she did. What I'm hoping is yo mama ain't with Louis and Jerome when Kane rolls up on him, and you end up losing your mom because I don't know.
No, his mom already in on it. You heard what she said? She worked
So,
with the KGB.
Yeah,
yeah,
but and she's honestly the reason Avi's dead, and she's up here doing stuff, and like I get it, but yeah, man. But yeah, you definitely Franklin has nothing to lose. All he cared about was his money, and all of that is gone. So everybody can get it. And if his mama, she would probably be the only one that he wouldn't turn on. Anybody else?
$76 million. If you take $76 million, boy, he didn't flip out enough. He didn't go crazy enough, honestly. That whole office would have been tore up.
Yeah.
It took him a while to get to that point.
Yeah, but Franklin is usually pretty level headed. So like for him, that's a lot. You know what I'm saying?
And not trying to get on that, but he wasn't really level headed that show until what happened with Louis. That's when he realized he was like, okay, I gotta calm down.
Yeah.
'Cause- but anyways, getting back onto this one, I mean, I feel like I liked it, but it was all over the place, and I feel like season two. I'm waiting for season two, just because I do like how they ended it. Because in the midst of all that roller coaster up and down and everything, like I said, I like how they ended it. Even though I did not like, probably the only thing I didn't like is that Diamond's brother, he didn't do what he had to do. That was probably the only thing I really kind of didn't like. And then Liliana died. I felt like those could have probably been switched.
but
I just feel like the whole Dahlia drug just shouldn't have been in there. I just feel like, especially if they took it out at the end, I'm like,
Here's the
it
diff.
just kind of makes no sense.
what a drug that drug only makes sense because it's something new. You know what I'm saying? And now you're potentially first of all you're trying to sell it to the big wigs, to the people that's already established in the streets, but they got their old ways. But the streets is gonna talk more. This new drug come along, you put it in your lips, it probably tastes like Kool-Aid. That's what I be thinking in my head.
It gotta taste good, because why would you want to kiss somebody? You spit it away.
I feel like it has a high level ecstasy in it, something, because it looked like they get horny after that.
But see, why I disagree with that is because ecstasy does not make you horny. This is a misconception that everybody has. Ecstasy, what it actually does is it intensifies whatever your emotion is. So if your emotion is anger, rage, whatever, it's going to intensify that. Now, when we see it on TV, it can be like, yes, it does make, from what I hear, allegedly, allegedly, it does make, if you have sex and you've allegedly taken ecstasy, it does make it.
That's all I'm saying.
However, it doesn't make you, like, you have to already be on that, because I mean, if we want to get into my life and people that I've seen on ecstasy firsthand and how they were behaving because they were in a bad mental state, yeah, man, it's not. I don't think that was ecstasy, just because it changed people to just from whatever to good. It was almost like magic. Like, it was, yeah.
Opened up their eyes.
Yeah, like even the cousin in wherever they, Gary or Ohio or whatever, was like angry and then shifted as soon as he tried the high. If
His
that would have
eyes
been,
almost went straight.
yeah, if that would have been ecstasy, he would have gotten angrier and probably killed everybody. Yeah, I had to do some research when somebody I know decided to get heavily involved with it. That's the only reason I know what I know. I think the interesting thing, Cedric, you not liking Dahlia and not liking the fact that it's something new. And I feel like it's interesting that Tommy went along with that, because as I look at old Tommy wouldn't have just jumped into something like that. But I feel like him no longer being involved with it, it just shows the difference in his leadership style than Ghost, because we're getting to see Tommy's leadership style, because we never got to see that before, because he was never the one in charge. I feel like Ghost would have still went with Dahlia because it would have got him money. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he would have thought business and thought whatever. And the only reason Tommy, I don't think, will go back to Dahlia is because he doesn't trust her anymore because of everything that happened. And Liliana got killed as a result of it. I don't know that he knows.
When you kill somebody at Tommy's,
yeah,
he spiral out of control.
Yep. So he not going back to Dahlia. Ghost would have, though. Like, Ghost would have been like, "Oh, we could," because I'm watching it now. That I'm like, this is so interesting watching Tommy then and Tommy now, and yeah. What are your thoughts? I don't know if what am I trying to say? Baylor, the Jenard and Diamond. Had that been you, would you have killed your brother?
Am I using my personal brother? Or
yeah, like if you was Diamond and your brother, you know what I'm saying?
I wouldn't have. I probably wouldn't have.
You would have did what Diamond did.
Yeah,
Ravel getting offed.
And the thing is,
oh my gosh,
this whole series, Diamond has been trying to play it the safe way. Yeah. I think he's capable of doing what we want him to do, but he just got out. He literally just got out. And I know Seth was talking about this off air, but the reporter, she does have a major part. It's just that if you really think about it, then you don't have to add that storyline. You don't really have to add it. But at the same time, I can understand why, because if she does put out anything about him, if he releases some important information and she goes behind his back and writes that up, she obviously she gets promoted, but she's practically landing one of the biggest. He's connected already.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But the reason why I say it's important now is because I actually think they have something. I don't think she's just in there for a story anymore. I think she
Nah,
actually fell in love with him.
yeah, I think she genuinely likes him, and it's interesting because he gets to have that, um, especially like just coming out, like I think that's good for him to have. I could see kind of like why they did that because I don't see them giving Tommy a love story. There may be chicks he sleep with, but I mean, even though has it been like 2 years since the other power in our world, in his world, it ain't been that long. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
So I know that he's still deeply grieving, and you
Over
see
two
that.
women
Over
Yep,
and
two,
the
over
baby.
over
yeah,
over two women, and
And the baby.
I
yep.
guarantee you, if you was to give Tommy 2 more seasons and Liliana wasn't shot, they would have ended up together.
I could have saw that.
I could maybe have seen that maybe.
I think you said it in the first one we did, and I was like, nah. But the more I saw them interacting, and she was just good for him because she kind of was the more level-headed one. Like, if you push too hard, you're gonna whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like,
She got real. She got real. I think she got more comfortable or faster than he did. And but once Tommy lets you in, you are in.
mm-hmm.
I can say that about that man. Like he might make some crazy mistakes that'll get him in a shootout, but
Often he
when that
often does stuff like that.
when that man
Hmm.
love,
Hmm.
that man love. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So nah, I don't know.
So, do you think that because we saw that at the end, we kind of talked about this last time, there's the whole Vic and Claudia not really, the whole reason Claudia wanted to do Dahlia something new is honestly because they weren't making the money that they used to make doing whatever the same old. But we see her trying to do her own thing. We saw Vic not really wanting to be up under his dad because his dad talks to him like he's a little kid. He's trying to become a man. His dad also doesn't respect the woman that he wanted to be with to the point that he got her killed and
She's
all.
part of the reason she died too, because Tommy
Yeah,
told him. Tommy had
yep,
everything set up for him
yep,
to get away.
yep,
He didn't listen.
yep. He let his dad or whoever get in his head. But do you think though that they're really because he's at the end, him and Claudia were like, I'm done with you forever. Do you think that's really the case?
That's going to be a tough one. Honestly, we really don't know. I think that's what's going to make the second season so crazy is that you literally have a reason for people to die now. There's a bunch of lies. You didn't kill important people, and everybody's emotionally damaged right now. Tommy's ready to go to war. You know what I'm saying? Flynn, he ready to go to war. Diamond just got set up by his brother. It's too much things. Somebody's gonna die.
And Flynn blames Tommy, and it's not Tommy's fault that things are the way they are. Tommy has exposed, honestly, the toxicity that was already in y'all family. Like, your family was already messed up, and you're blaming Tommy, and you're the actual problem.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So, Kate Egan is back.
Hmm.
Her mama died. JP called her, and now my grandson. I want to see my grandson. Oh, I cannot with her.
Yeah, she's a trip. She's a trip. I understand why Tommy don't really mess with her like that. He be going hard on her, but I can understand why Tommy don't really mess with her too much.
We're gonna talk about this detective that's paying child support to the police department.
I was hoping his partner would get killed somehow.
Which
This
one? The black dude? That's
no,
Yeah,
not
the black dude
well.
that
I
got
was
his pay.
hoping he'd kill the
Rob
white dude
Diamond.
that's blackmailing him.
Yeah, he's not that smart. He's probably the least smartest detective that they had in the Power series.
And he over there stressing out.
He might take Sax's position.
Yeah.
I'm glad we at least know who he is and why, because when he first popped up in Jenard's barbershop, I thought he was a gang member. Like, I wouldn't have thought he was a detective. I thought maybe he was hired, honestly, by the people on the inside that say, yeah, let's let him get comfortable out there. Them dudes in jail, that first episode. I thought he was somehow tied to them. And then to find out he's a detective, like how he moves, it's weird.
I
He's
forgot about those dudes in jail, actually. That's actually a good point to bring up.
yeah, I forgot about it, and honestly, until I just said it.
The writers ain't forget about it. They'll bring it up in like season
Right,
3,
right,
4.
right.
Yeah, we gotta understand that Tommy killed some Irish mob cats that came from my man. If 50 is who I think he is, it's gotta be a bloodbath next season.
So much so to the point that Rodriguez and the people in New York are like,
Mm-hmm.
how the hell are these Irish hitters that we were tracking or whatever? How the hell are all of them dead? I and you said this, Cedric. I like the way they did that, but the fact that something in Chicago flagged them, yeah, you're right. It's about to be crazy because the thing about Power is when the next season starts with Power, it's not like Snowfall where 2 years is unaccounted for. It's gonna be tomorrow when the next season of Tommy starts.
Yeah.
So it's like
Yep.
he's going to have to answer for this. Now you done pissed off Walter Flynn because even that much more he's gonna blame you for his
Mm-hmm.
kids not coming around. And I mean, who knows if Walter Flynn don't get killed by his own
Health.
yeah, no, not his health, by his own gang, because he just literally got all them people killed. And I could see the the big boss in Dublin being mad about that. Because he runs his stuff like the mob. So he could get demoted, killed. He reminds me of some Sopranos type stuff.
Yeah. A lot of different things that can come off, man. I can't wait. I really can't wait until Rodriguez. That was actually one of my favorite detectives was Rodriguez because she pissed me off so much.
Because I'm like, ugh, I
Hey,
hate her.
no
Like,
lie.
I like those characters that piss you off that you want. Like, why are you here? That was her. That was her. That's what I
Yeah,
liked
but you
about
know
her.
what? I no longer like the way the way I wanted Sax to die, and then I was like, all right, no, he all right. Now it's like I don't care if he dies or not.
Sax,
Yeah, because
he might die now after the last season.
yeah, he got to go though. It's been a long road. Like you should not have made it this long, Bucko. And he has slipped under that boy done slipped through the cracks, hasn't he?
He been chilling, man. He been
Yeah,
stacking up them power checks.
yeah.
hell yes, from like episode 1 or 2 or something like that. Like, he has been getting that money for a
Been
while.
stacking them public power checks.
And I don't know, but like the
We can have a
hatred I had for him is now the hatred I have for Rodriguez, because we're gonna see her in Tommy's show popping in and out. However, we're gonna see her
And that
obviously
makes
in
sense
Tariq's
too.
show popping in and out because they're gonna be trying to figure out who killed her CI, and we'll probably see her in Tate's show just because they're gonna figure a way to sprinkle her in that mug too. and I
Kate gonna
can't
be a nice
stand
one, man.
her.
I can't wait till Tate come
I
out.
I literally cannot stand her.
All them scandals.
I think it's I don't like the way she talks. She talks like she needs to swallow her spit or something.
Come on now. Come on now.
I'm just saying. I don't know. I don't like her.
Oh, she cool, man. She good for the show. She good. She's good irritated. Good irritation for the show.
So you saying you like her voice?
Uh, I don't. It don't bother me.
Man, I can't stand it.
It don't bother
I
me.
don't even know why either. It's just annoying.
It's not the worst voice I done heard on TV.
I don't even know.
You said Rosie Perez? That's crazy.
I did not say Rosie Perez. But clearly that's what you said.
Ain't the worst voice.
That's funny.
I think Wendy Williams. Be talking.
Yeah, she up there, top 5.
I could see that. I could see that. So, do you think that Kate, because people can change, people could change, okay?
Right,
Because hold
writers
on,
can change.
you're right. Hear me out. No, people can change. Hear me out though. So, part of why it's not right. So we know she's a terrible parent, borderline terrible human being. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying she's a good mom. I, as a mom, would never do this because I actually think about the fact that what I do has more of an effect on my kids than what they do to me. That said, I think part of why she is the way she is towards Tommy is because the way Tommy is towards her. So, do you think that the fact that JP is so naive and is so like I didn't have my mom all my life, so he's not damaged by Kate outside of her not being there. So now that she's back and he's gonna, oh mom, this, you know what I'm saying, and trying to like build a relationship with her because you can see that's what he wants. Do you think she can become a better mom, or do you think just all hope is lost? And
For him, yeah, she can become a better mom because she's gonna want to. I mean, yeah, that's somebody that she hasn't seen for a while. Yeah, I mean, she's not gonna see him. I mean, unless she was just a complete piece of crap, she's not going. I mean, yeah, she's not going to see him and then try to act all bougie towards him.
Baylor, what
I
you think?
expected the grandson thing. Oh, let me see my grandson, and yada yada. I expected all that. That don't surprise me from Kate.
Baylor, what about you?
I mean, she gonna do the best that she can do. I mean, that's a grown ass man now. So,
Yeah,
the way you was supposed to be a parent, that's been going like a long time ago. You can't. It's impossible to get that back. Y'all can't start over. So it's like the best thing that you can do is build a relationship from there. But it's not gonna be no mother son relationship.
oh,
It's gonna be getting back to or trying to get to a place where y'all could understand each other without arguing and things like that. But it'll never. You talking about starting a whole new life over, and it's too late at that point. It's honestly
yeah.
too late. You could build a relationship, but it's not going to be the relationship that was needed or that was supposed to be there in the first place. It's going to be just different. At this
Okay.
point, it's just respecting each other.
Okay,
Hmm.
so my second question, it's part two, is now when she's being whatever she's trying to be. We'll just say trying, because no, I mean he's a grown man, and even like when my dad came into my life as an adult, I didn't need what I needed when I was a kid, but there's still that okay, I'm willing to try to have a relationship with you, you know, as an adult. Now when Tommy sees this, because I noticed that they made it a point to allow us to see Tommy seeing Kate interacting with JP and Darnell, do you think that's gonna have like Tommy's gonna be salty? Because
No,
yeah, we know, but here's the thing: we know Tommy can't stand her, but that's his mom. Like he has mommy issues, and we know that that's how he ended up. That's why he always had a thing for redheads.
I I
I mean,
think
that's interesting.
well, what I said before, I was just saying that as far as Tommy's situation, I think, if you haven't talked to your parent, never talked to your parent, or haven't talked to your parent in a while, like, if you could find it in yourself to build a new relationship, then please go ahead and do that, because you don't want to regret it when, they're not here anymore. But because Tommy is in the drug game like that, I don't think he has time to feel a certain way. And I don't really, that's why I say that they might not really have that much time for them to try to like figure it out, because of the situations that he's in. He can't, it's hard for him to open up that type of emotion while you're a drug dealer. It's just, you know what I mean? Because you have to live, you have to think, you have to act a certain way when you're in that line of work. And we've seen his work as far as trying to juggle his personal life. And he wasn't even the guy at that time. You know what I mean? So now that he is the guy, he is the main guy, and you just lost your right hand woman. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he's emotionally set to go that journey.
Just wanted y'all thoughts, because obviously men and women are different, and I didn't even think about the way y'all compartmentalize stuff, that we as women don't. I mean, like, we can to a degree, but not really. You know what I'm saying? So, interesting. I guess we'll see what they do with that. It's interesting because if they have it where season 2 is really, because what I don't like about the way that it ended, but then again, there's a part of me that thinks about how Sopranos was, and that's how I just see Walter Flynn as, like, not Tony Soprano, but like, it's like the mob. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I was, to some degree, surprised that besides Claudia shooting Liliana, to some degree, I was surprised that even that scene ended peacefully the way it did, where they kind of all just was like, you're lying, tell the truth. And then when you find out the truth, everybody just kind of goes their separate ways after we was all about to just
Man,
kill each other.
But that's mob. That's
man.
what I'm saying. You're in a mob city,
And
so
that's, yeah.
if you just can't go off killing somebody because the rules are different. It's not
Yeah.
like Chicago. I mean, not like in New York. In New York, everybody was getting chopped down.
Mm-hmm.
But in Chicago, because you got the mob a part of it. You kill some. That's why I say, he killed some cats that came over here that was supposed to be heavy work. You kill them. I don't even know Tommy. I don't even want to. I'm out of there personally. I'm out of there.
Do you think, though, that the people in Dublin would really target? And this is where I say I almost see them faulting Walter in that and not Tommy, because I mean, what was Tommy supposed to do? Just let him, like, it's not like he sought them out per se. They sought him out. And there's even receipts because Claudia was like, yeah, y'all go here and do this. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I could see them blaming Walter more so than going after Tommy, because why did you call them in? And I could just see, I don't know, I just think about scenes I saw in the Sopranos and how almost like, why were you as stupid as to do this? Why did you
Yeah.
I think
go
they would
to
kill
the
both of them.
lab? Huh?
Right.
I think they would kill both of them. Sure.
I mean,
If I'm
Makes
Dublin,
sense.
if I'm everybody got to go. I just sent I just sent my brothers over there, and they not coming back. Okay, now I'm really bringing. Okay, we all right. We only on our way.
I mean, but
Everybody got to go.
if they were the four horse, if they were the four horsemen and those were the heavy hitters, and the heavy hitters are dead. Who they gonna send?
I'm calling every look. I need
send somebody.
I need whatever you got. Illuminati involved. Y'all can come to. We
They
got.
gonna have to,
Yeah, we're going over there.
because you only sent 4 dudes, so you obviously expected these 4 people. Like they accuracy is probably 100%
But
up till that point.
it's a high. I think it's some higher seats though. I think it's some higher seats.
I mean,
Oh yeah,
I will hope so, because
you
otherwise
hope
it's
so.
like,
Yeah,
I'm
if
not
they
trying
was
to
the
piss them
highest
off.
seats, yeah, they needed to reach. I think that seat rotation.
yeah, because they. I mean,
I think if I'm in those seats, if you called me because of something, I think I should automatically get irritated. That's how high up I'm up there. Like, why are y'all bothering me? Oh, they died? Send the hounds then. Don't even do that. Don't call me.
yeah. It got to be something, because like they were supposed to be the dudes, and they're gone. So you know,
That's
it's
the one.
almost
That's
like a parent, like, go find this, and the kid is like, I can't find it. If I come in this room and I find, so that's how they come in. I gotta go all the way to New York, and they couldn't handle it.
yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta say, I appreciate them involving the mob, because initially I would have thought that we was going to see a lot of Chicago gangs, right? But I'm glad they went this route, because it's just a new flavor, just a whole new twist to it. You know what I mean, like, this is, this is I want to see how the second season goes, but as of right now, it's projected to have like a more difficult route for Tommy than for Ghost.
But if you think about it, Tommy was prepared for this in a sense, because of Ghost trying to branch out and do different things, and like, you think about the Russians and that whole thing, when not Mirkovich, I don't even know if they're Russian. I think they are, but no, before him, not Jason, the dude who pretended to be a security guard, that dude. So it's kind of like Tommy has been exposed, because I feel like, because of Ghost, to more than just the streets. So in some sense, I feel like Tommy is going to. I honestly think we're gonna see in some ways Tommy pick up some of Ghost's habits, like, and see kind of why Ghost moved the way he moved. Maybe if they write smart, because it's not like Ghost was like fully wrong in the way that he led, other than being kind of selfish at times. But it wasn't necessarily wrong for him to want to get out and have a retirement plan and have whatever. But we'll see.
Like, you got a 401k, nigga? What?
You know what I'm saying? Like, he wasn't wrong to want truth to be what he wanted it to be. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Ultimately, he died anyway, but that's
Right,
because of
punk
his
ass
own
stuff.
family. Right. That's not because of his enemies. That's because of his wife and kid.
Boy, you know how mad I'd be if I was Ghost to get killed by Tyreek. Actually,
If
all
you
these
did,
I done faced it. I done faced, who was his name? Cristobal? No,
yeah,
what's his name? Cristobal. Yeah,
Lobos,
both.
the
uh,
Jimenez.
Jimenez. Like, I done faced all these dudes just to get popped by my son.
Yeah, I always say they be the ones right next to you.
And that's really the only one that
Are the
really
ones
could
that
have
came
did
out
it.
your nutsack.
Because Tasha, I don't even think Tasha could have got away with that. Honestly, I don't think. I
That's
think
why she
that.
sent him in there.
Yeah, I think that's. Nah, she didn't want him to do it. She wanted to do it. Tariq just was on his own little tip or whatever. Man, I have no predictions for season 2 because
I do.
it's about to be wild.
I predict Gerard's gonna die first.
I hope he do. I don't know though. I hope he do.
I feel like he
You
got
know
to die.
what? He might be a death next season because I wanted Carrie to die and she eventually died.
I
No,
want
she
Gerard.
lasted longer than I thought, so I don't know. He might not die yet.
Ooh,
Wait,
ooh,
no,
ooh.
she died season 2. He might die next season. He might
He
be
could be. Who's gonna be? He could be the
the big death.
No, who was I thinking? What was Big Nose's name? Off of the first season of Power, OG Power, he ended up dying in the flames. But we wanted him to die
Oh gosh, he better
forever.
not be a Dre. He
Yeah,
better
who gonna be
not
the
be a
Dre? Who
Dre.
gonna be the
He
Dre?
better not be a Dre.
Who
That's
gonna be Dre? I
that
think
is
he could
gonna
be the
thoroughly
Dre.
piss me. They don't need no more Dre's. You got Mob. You got a new flavor. Do something new. We don't need that same old, same old.
That Dre, that boy that just keeps just slipping through the cracks. You don't know what he can. He just keep on slipping.
I hope, but I no, because I see they're killing people quicker. Like even in Tariq's thing, the professor died quickly. First season, Carrie died quickly. Hell, even Zeke died quickly. Like they're getting better at killing people off instead of dragging it out.
That's true.
So hopefully, Jenard. Yeah, I'm sorry.
He should have died.
Ramel try to come after me or Anisha. Nah,
Right.
they gotta go. Like, I'm
Right.
sorry. Because it's not even just that he was trying to take over. Like, you literally sent niggas up in the shop with guns to kill him. And he knows that. That's why he had, oh girl, hurry up and leave. Now, I was surprised that he killed. I didn't think we'd see him kill anybody because I thought he was trying to not go back. I was a little surprised that he
And that's what
beat.
made me mad. He beat his own boy up, but he don't. It's
Yeah,
all good. It's all good.
but it's probably because it's that's his brother. So
His brother didn't care about him.
Right.
yeah, but I
You
mean,
gotta
older
think about it that
siblings.
way, man. You got, man. I don't know.
That greed got into its veins real fast.
Real
Mhm.
fast, man. Real
I don't
fast.
even think it's the greed. I think it's on some. I held it down for 15. Like in a sense, I don't like the way he went about it, but I understand where he's coming
Don't say you
from.
feel him. Don't say
I
you feel him.
understand where he's coming
No, he did
from.
what he was supposed to do. Your brother went to jail. You held him down.
But
Cool.
his brother
Do
could have
your
had
deal.
somebody who was an OG hold it down, and his brother chose him and
No, I
made him
chose
give up.
you.
Yeah, and he made him give up his future.
I didn't
'Cause
make you do anything.
yeah,
We
he
just
did.
said that you got a choice. Everybody got a choice.
We don't, man. You know it don't be like that in the
Everybody
gang.
got a
In the
choice.
gang life, it don't be like that. You don't,
Everybody's
you know,
got a
nah. You
choice.
don't be having choices like that when you in a gang.
He said he had a full scholarship, and then all of a sudden you just don't have no choice.
His
Yeah,
brother went
I
to
mean,
jail. His
You
brother
think
left
you
him in
think his
charge.
brother really? You think his brother really just? Oh yeah, don't go to don't go to college. Be out here in these streets.
I
I'm going
believe
to
he
jail. I
did.
need you.
I believe he did because Jenard asked him,
What
why did you put me in charge?" And he said, "Because you're family."
what black dude have you ever known in the hood to put their kid like? Come on now. We
He
usually
did.
want them to go to college. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, all I know is what
we
Jenard
we
said.
usually want them to get out the game.
All I
Like
know is
we
what.
might give you a choice. We might be like, hey, Jenard wanted to do that. Jenard wanted to do
and
that.
seeing how Diamond carries himself. Don't get me wrong. I know, some, couple of months to a year and things like that. You start to morph into somebody else, get a
Yeah,
little bit more mature and stuff like that. But it's hard for me to believe that he was just the total opposite of who he is now.
complete opposite of him. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So I feel like that's something that's always in you. but you still grow and get smarter and more intelligent and things like that. I think Gerard wanted to be a part of that business because you're
Yeah,
looking up to your big brother. He may have had the skills and the talent to go D1, et cetera, but the influence of your older brother is extremely strong.
yeah, he wanted to do that. He didn't need come on now.
That's not what he said though. I'm not basing it on my personal opinion. That's what he said. He said I gave up a lot for this.
Yeah,
So
I think that's
Yeah, he
after.
did. He
I
would have
think
gave up a lot if he didn't go to it. He would have
right.
gave up some regardless of whatever choice he made. He would have gave
I think
some.
that's one of those things where like it's like how dare you? I'm already doing this, and if I would have known you was gonna come back and try to take the spot, I could have went to school.
I guess we'll never. I mean, I hear y'all. That's not what I took away from that conversation, but I mean, either way, I understand. My whole point of that was I understand him being mad at. Yeah, it might have been what you supposed to do, whatever, but still, you hold it down and change stuff around. Like legit, bought the barbershop for his brother and actually made the business better, and then at the same time you've become a man. See, him and Vic are not that different because they're ultimately just trying to become their own men under the thumb of somebody who's like, nah, you gonna do it how we always did it and do it how I want you to do it and what you do. So like I just understand why Jenard felt how he felt. Do I agree with the way he went about it? Nah, you ain't have to try to kill it. Like it wasn't that serious. It's not
If
like
anything, he could have asked him for how Diamond was
yeah.
moving.
It's not like Diamond kicked him out and was like, nah, nigga, get out. You don't get like so I don't that's why I don't respect Jenard, but I understand him being upset, is all I was saying.
He could have asked.
Yeah. He
He could have
fake.
just been like, "Hey, I see you wanting to do the barbershop. You looking like you want to get out the game anyways. Like, just let me just move in." He could have just been real cool like that.
Yeah. He could have. He didn't. And now he still got half the territory. Like, yeah, I didn't like that. I didn't like that.
Yeah.
I didn't like that. But I'm not surprised Diamond didn't kill him. Honestly, I would have been shocked if he would have killed him. But I wish he would have because I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't. You don't.
Hey, but you know what? Going back to your
I
question
think
though,
that's going to come back to actually haunt him.
You
Because
said
I
what?
don't know. That could, if if my predictions how that stuff goes, like how in Snowfall, like how I said, Louis should have killed Franklin because Franklin, like usually if you have that shot in those, and when I see in these shows, if you have that shot and you don't take it, it always comes back to bite you.
Mhm. I
So
I
I
would
don't see that ending well for Diamond if they
Agreed.
go by the same route.
I,
Diamond can almost be expendable.
I think I gotta change my answer because I remember the original question is would I kill would I kill Gerard, like would I kill my brother? Now that I think about it, yeah, even if I'm using my actual brother, I gotta we still have to switch the lifestyles.
Mm-hmm.
So if I am Diamond and my little brother is Gerard, then it's a possibility that I might kill him.
You got it.
I couldn't trust it. Like
You got
I couldn't
it.
trust that just giving him control of whatever would be enough. I could never I wouldn't even care if it was you, Cedric. Like
You
you know what
already
I'm
gave
saying?
him control
Yeah,
half, basically. Like you
but
gave him that.
I couldn't that too. I couldn't trust him ever that he wouldn't try to do that because if you tried to do it once, what's
We're
to
gonna try.
say that you wouldn't say, "Oh no, half the property ain't enough. I need all of it.
I need
You
it
got me
all.
messed up." I could
Because that's
never
how he
trust
wanted it anyways. He wanted
ever.
it all.
Well,
Yep.
let's look at the flip side though. How would you feel after that? Like honestly, if I was Jenard, I wouldn't even know how to.
I'd feel safer.
I wouldn't know. I'd probably just. I would go home.
I'd feel a lot better at Thanksgiving.
Yeah, that's a crazy
Christmas would
thing.
be a little bit easier. I
That's a
wouldn't have
crazy
to look over
Thanksgiving.
my shoulder.
I think I'm gonna FaceTime that Thanksgiving in.
I wouldn't have to look over my shoulder
I
because
wouldn't
that's
trust.
different, man. You literally watched your brother run up in there with 8 like assault rifles in your store, and you know it was him. Like, come on now. Like,
That's
no,
what I'm
I don't play
saying.
with
So
that.
I don't know
I ain't
why
playing with that.
Jenard. I think
I ain't
that's
playing
what
with that.
Baylor's saying. I wouldn't feel safe if I was Jenard either. Like I
Yeah,
would have rather you kill me
Yeah, I'm not.
than me thinking, and that's why I'm saying, and because the way Jenard moves, and he most likely can't trust Diamond. Yeah, Diamond is gonna regret that. I feel like, and
This could.
what he gonna be like, you should have killed me when you had the chance, nigga, before he pulls the trigger.
Hmm.
That's
And
my only
Jenard,
prediction for the series.
and he moves like that anyways because like he moves like a snake because when they fought, he said he let him win because he kind of wanted like he planned stuff. Like you can't really trust this dude.
He's
Yeah.
smart. You got book smart
And now
and
you made him smarter
smart.
because he's like, okay, he already got one up on me now. Like you can't let people like that live.
No, that's
That's
why
that's Franklin. That's
that's like
Franklin.
Dre. That's like Dre. Dre should have been killed a long time ago. Look at all that happened that Dre did because he was still around, because he was a snake from the beginning.
That's what makes me think Jenard might be Dre.
Uh,
He might be Dre, man. He might be that character that you like, man. He should have been died.
we don't need. I don't.
He
I
should
we.
have died
I
the
just. I
first
don't need that in my life when I'm watching
I
Tommy. I
could
don't.
see that. I could see him
Uh,
killing Diamond, and then all of a sudden him laying a little bit lower, then all of a sudden getting some plug, taking over half of Chicago or all Chicago, and Tommy got to do something to get it. No, see the writing room now. No.
Man, yeah, it's interesting though. Tommy's, I guess, not crew because technically Jenard is his own hood or whatever. So Tommy's alliances are Diamond and his brother, and really that's it. Because I don't, I know
Oh
he ain't
boy,
gonna mess with Claudia or
oh
and
boy's gonna come around.
Vic.
Claudia brother.
I
Yeah,
that I do see that
I
happening.
see that. I could see them going ahead
I do see.
because Vic's probably thinking in his head, I probably should have trusted you in the first place.
You tried to warn me. You tried to give me a way out. If I would have listened to you,
You could have killed me even
yeah,
then. Like you don't got no beef with Tommy. Tommy
yeah,
even said it. He was like, I could have been killed your brother.
yeah. Claudia, she trying to be. I
I
don't
don't
know.
fault Claudia for believing that. I mean, because you got to think Claudia is the younger daughter who's just trying to please her dad.
she
She's
Jeannie
only,
Buss.
she's really only doing this because her dad's not letting her in the organization how she wants to be, and so she's just going out. She's just being defiant. She's just
Look,
going doing her own thing
look
and
what
trying to
happened
show
when
that
they
she
let
can
her
do it.
in, though. Look what happened when they let her in. Look what happened when they let her in the men's meeting where the dude was like, "Why is she here?" Look what happened. Oh, a source tells me I know where Tommy's gonna be, and that's where the other niggas got shot up.
I mean,
That's her fault.
she wasn't. She just went about it the wrong way. She should ad lib, but not expect her ad libs to always fully be that ad lib.
If she would have been, because she was still trying. See, this is her problem, is she was trying to play both sides because she still wanted to work with Tommy after all that. You know what I'm saying? She was too busy trying to protect. If she would have said how she knew, Vic could have warned her, like, no, that's a setup. Because he would have known, why would Tommy willingly meet you when he knows we're beefing? She don't think like that. She not like she killed people for self-protection or self-defense or whatever because she kind of had to, but she ain't really built for that part of things. Look how she had a mental breakdown dang near. I could see kind of killing your little lover or whatever, but when you kill that other dude, this whole mental breakdown, like she not built. Her dad's not wrong, honestly. He's,
Yeah, you might be right about
you know
that.
what I'm saying. So I do see though. Yeah, Vic.
I think she's useful, but yeah, she just shouldn't have a bunch of input. She's useful. She just shouldn't talk so much.
Cedric, hey, in the nicest way, he just told her to shut up and dribble.
Basically,
Some people got to roll,
I
man.
don't.
Robert Horry
Did I,
got 7 rings, man.
did I
Robert Horry
ask
got
you?
7 rings.
He said, "Did I ask you to think?" Did I?
Man,
Sit in
man,
the corner and wait for the shot, man.
that was the
Sit in the
heaviest.
corner and wait.
That was the heaviest vote of no for equality.
Yep.
Jesus.
What is it?
I mean, you just sit down somewhere.
Just sit down, man.
Nah, but for real though.
Chill, man. You ain't gotta be.
All in the video.
Right.
You really don't.
Oh man.
Like,
Yeah.
But like I said, she's like a genie bus though. She might end up being good enough to run the franchise.
She trying to be P. Diddy right now, like you said in the video.
Yeah.
Oh, you in the video dancing. She definitely.
She started
Doing
acting
her
up.
ad libs.
She started acting up when she built that sex stable of women. I was like, oh yeah, you think you something? She became a pimp overnight.
She really did.
Like, where did she get?
And look how she treats them like, and this is where
That's where you
it's
get
the
that power,
difference.
yeah.
She's like, she don't know what she's doing because you shouldn't have been trying to mess with old girl. That's your courier, basically. The last little chick in the car. You shouldn't have been on. I like watching you walk and all that you was trying to do.
Tamara. She applied for the job, went to the interview the same day, and started work the same day. She doesn't know what she's doing.
You're right.
Just last week,
She ain't had no OJT, nothing.
Yo, she was in a room reading books last week. Now all of a sudden, she's a pimp. How?
Yeah, she don't know what she's doing. I mean, but she probably ain't never worked a regular job, so never mind. Because I'm saying, even from a just professionalism standpoint, like, what are you doing?
But I will say this: she does present a different type of approach or whatever. It's a softer tone, a softer vibe, and I think she's like the internet now. Like her, she just figures it out in a better way, but her street smarts is not there.
Now I will give you, I will agree with you on that because that's where Dahlia came into play because she's like, this is the future.
Imagine her working with Tyreek.
Yeah.
They'd be in jail, boy, for years.
Yo,
life.
They be like, yo, y'all was running a drug ring through Amazon, like
through Amazon, and y'all created it. Y'all manufactured a drug. Y'all created it. Sold it.
Yeah, so I agree with you there though. Like, yeah, street smarts, absolutely not at all. Like, she ain't even got street common sense.
That's why I didn't understand Dahlia, and I kind of didn't like it. I'm happy that they finally just kind of just did away with it. Like, I understand it's different.
I don't think they did away with it though. I think Tommy may not mess with it, but I think it will still be a factor because she has the doctor.
But we forgot something. She got her. That's her first body, right?
Nah, her first body was her little girlfriend.
The Asian girl.
It was.
That's her third. Technically, Liliana's like her third body.
What was the second one?
Yeah, what was the
her
story?
homeboy.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
So now look, she a killer now. She really a killer.
She still ain't got no common sense. Like at
she
least
do got the most bodies technically, like
She
besides
do,
Tommy
huh?
I mean,
in
I
the
guess
show.
this season we don't know what
No, Tommy got bodies though. Tommy.
No, besides Tommy, I
Oh,
think she
besides
got the
Tommy.
most bodies.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
actually, no. Walter did kill 3
Oh
people
yeah.
Oh
real
yeah,
quick.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. He just
Jeez.
walked up in there.
Back
He
to
killed
back.
3 people and
He didn't
told old
care about the
girl.
waitress or nobody
He
seeing.
told the waitress to go tell him what happened.
And it's just the level of respect. Yeah, definitely mob culture.
Respect. He just
Yeah,
killed 3 niggas in front of me.
yeah.
I
No,
respect you.
well, no, I'm just saying because like the rules. No, that's what you said. The rules. I see that because even the way Mierkovich moved or didn't move in response to that, it's like it's chess. It's not checkers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
why.
Shoot.
That's why.
Talk to me in that moment. I would have been playing checkers in that moment, and
That's
I'd have
why I
shot
feel
him.
like it's more of a, they giving you actually like, it's less action. Like you really got to pay attention to the storyline in order to understand what's going on.
I actually thought it was a lot of action this season in this
Yeah.
power. There was a lot of
Yeah.
people that died. There was a lot, even if it wasn't main character, there was a lot of miscellaneous people that died too.
Yeah. Them cats on the side early on, like,
Like
what's the
even
name? What's the
Tommy.
name of the gang again? CG? Is it, what is it, CGI?
CBI,
CBI?
CBI,
hmm There
CBI.
was a lot of bodies that dropped. Actually, a lot of people died.
Jenard lost both his right hand men that was
Yeah.
supposed to help him take over. I don't even know who gonna trust him. Honestly, I
That
mean,
sounds like a common denominator.
Diamond might have set him up for failure anyway because you trying to take over. Like them dudes that was with him wasn't feeling that when Diamond said that.
I feel
Yeah.
like Jenard is one. I feel like he could be. What's his name? Dre, because he's dumb enough to die. He should have died, man. He's done like he should have died so many times,
Mhm.
and he didn't. He didn't. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna see what they do with his character because he actually thinking about it. He can be a really nice character to have.
I
Survive like that.
I liked him. I have like a love-hate relationship with him because he's funny. And so like the funny things he says, like when he figured out, he was like, wait a minute, that's Tommy's brother and that's his nephew. Oh,
Hmm
I'm trying to stay around for this. Like,
Yeah.
so when he does stuff like that, or even like how he interacted with Liliana because he liked her or whatever. Like, I don't know. I have like a love hate relationship with him.
And if
Um,
you kill him, where's Diamond going? Or what is he doing? Is he
yeah.
just
I don't think they're gonna kill him right away. I don't
I
I
think
don't
Diamond had died before Gerard actually.
honestly, you may be right because then there will be
There'll be a
and
story then actually, a little better another story.
but then there's also going to be beef between, I feel like, because Jenard already kind of hates Tommy anyway because he blames Tommy for a lot of
Everything.
stuff. So I could see where if somehow it's Tommy's fault, like Diamond's doing something with Tommy, and then that's how he gets killed. I could see that being a storyline of continued like hatred or because you're right. What happens? Diamond just keeps running the gang. Like that sounds boring. Like Jenard brings humor and he brings hatred, which is a strong emotion. Like Diamond's cool, but I
I can
don't
see
really.
him go. He
I
just kind of
rather
tame. He just
I'd rather somebody be there that I hate so I could like how I hated Dre, and it used to like make me so mad, and that made me get so invested.
And then when he finally died,
It was like, yes, like. But Diamond, it's like, I mean, he cool, but I don't really have any strong ties to him like that.
and he is funny. You did say that he did have a couple of scenes that, yeah, he has some memorable scenes. He's not a
Yeah,
bad character at all. He's not a
nah,
bad character at all.
nah. So yeah, I guess.
And he actually had a role in Snowfall, I think, too. Was that
Uh-huh.
him? Yeah, he was in Snowfall.
Yep, that is and Wanda gonna be in P Valley season 2. So I'm so glad she got
Hey, P
her
Valley's
life
coming
together.
back.
And I'm glad she got off the crack, so now she could go strip in P Valley.
That's my show, man. I love P Valley. I've been waiting for what's her name's last dance. I've been waiting for that.
You know, it's crazy because I I
I'm
did
waiting for
not
that
want to
dance.
watch that show at all on purpose, and then I went somewhere. I think I went to get my hair done, and she like made me watch it. And then I was like, okay, well now I got to see what, you know what I'm saying, what happens with the rest of the season, and so here we are. And it was actually interesting. Like they did a really good job of like giving them really good storylines outside of just the dancing. Like they
Yeah,
all had like a lot of very interesting complex things going on that really just gave the characters depth, that it wasn't just about stripping. Yeah. But yeah, Wanda gonna be on there, you know. So I'm glad everybody's out here, you know, getting multiple roles. And you know, Kevin got killed on Snowfall and then resurrected as Lulu about a decade later in the 90s. He probably didn't even really die. He probably went into hiding and just went to New York,
Yeah.
you know. Um, so yeah. Well,
Teddy got to die too.
who got to die?
Oh no, that was a whole nother show. I was just thinking Teddy for some reason. He got to die.
It's time for him
He's
to go.
going to die, but it's about to be a whole bunch of people that go before him. Like
Oh yeah,
he ain't gonna die till the last episode if he dies.
and I like Teddy too. That's the thing. I like him, but it's just he's getting a little bit too big headed now.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? I fault Franklin for losing his money, and here's why.
I do too.
Franklin knew last season or whenever you done got this alleged baby mama and you done forgot who Teddy is because you trying to appease her. How he thought he was really gonna just walk away. Like
And I have nothing just sitting around somewhere.
you really thought that was gonna be cool. Okay. I'm glad you really thought that. So like you lost your own money. And now you threatening Teddy like the government ain't backing him. He just disappeared 70 something $1 million that you can't do shit about it. You gonna call the police? What you gonna say, Franklin?
Hey, I was
Nothing.
working with this white
You
man.
know what I'm
He's selling
saying?
me some coke to
You was
fund y'all
selling
war.
crack like they're gonna go along with that. You know what I'm saying? So like Franklin was smart until he got with this Veronique girl. I don't like her. I don't know where she came from. I don't
Nobody
even
know
know.
where she came
I
from.
don't even know if she really pregnant. Like I don't know. I don't like her. So he did that to himself. But Teddy definitely got to go.
I don't think he did that to himself, man. He was trying. It was Louis' fault. It's Louis' fault. It's Louis' fault. Louis is so selfish, and it makes me so. It upsets me so much. That upsets me. It's Louis' fault. It's all
I
Louis' fault.
I'll agree with that because how you gonna bite the hand that feeds? How you gonna go behind the back to the plug that you wouldn't know nothing about if it wasn't for Franklin?
And not only that, he was willing to still split with her 50-50.
Mm-hmm.
That was probably the sweetest deal ever.
She
When the
just
last
started
time you ever was go to the plug? No, not the plug. She was able to go to the plug underneath the plug and still be able to cut 50-50.
and
Like,
the thing about it is you had this whole plan to have this crackhead cop kill Kane. Now look at you. Now look at you.
he did come in handy though.
He came in handy in that moment, but now that Franklin done told Kane who did it, like what I don't understand about Louis is Louis, you know that he killed Kevin simply because Kevin was going to mess up his business. What makes you think you're any different? Like, let's be real. Anybody that comes between Franklin and what he is trying to build, the only person I think is safe is his mom.
There's nothing that
Anybody
he's not
else?
prepared to do.
Exactly. Exactly.
There's
And
nothing he's not
Louis
prepared to do.
knows that. So like what are you I just yeah, man. I mean, she just yeah. You say I want my own dreams, but then you basically try to take Franklin's cuz you wouldn't have had none of that if it wasn't for you wouldn't have had a Teddy to go talk to and cut a deal with.
It was living good too.
Mhm. And now it's all about to be burned down to the ground. I hope they play some Phil Collins again too while it happens. Yeah.
Yeah, my boy gonna be on one next season.
Mhm. Mhm.
Too bad Jerome gonna have to catch a bullet for it.
Most likely, yeah. Yeah. A lot of people gonna die. Ah man, I'm sad about I know Leon and Wanda are gonna die and
Yeah,
it makes me sad
come here.
because they like Leon been trying to get out. Like for
Don't say
seasons
that yet, Tim, because he's gonna make it out. He gonna make it
Cedric,
out, man. He gonna make it
Cedric,
out the hood. Him and Wanda
Cedric,
gonna be in
Cedric,
Puerto Rico
Cedric,
and Cancun right now. When was that? When that show end? Probably like 80 something. They're in
Cedric,
Cancun right
Cedric.
now, chilling.
Name a hood movie that you saw that somebody got out the hood and it worked out okay. Or real life. Well, we won't say real life because I mean, you know, people could get out.
You know how he gonna
Name
die? You know how he gonna die? He gonna go over there, be talking to Louis. Kane gonna set up a hit. She gonna get away or go without getting hit, but Leon gonna get hit.
that's gonna make me so don't say that.
Don't get it.
Don't
Leon
say
done went
that.
through so
I
much
know. I
too.
know the
That's
writers. I know the writers be listening.
that's
Yo,
gonna make me so bad.
give me that bag for that little
Leon
scene I
going
just
through.
drew out right there.
That's gonna make me so and I like Leon. Like I really like him. He's
I
one of
like
my
his growth.
favorite characters.
I like this growth, man, because
I
he's went
like
through a
him
lot.
more than I like I can't Franklin has always been a micromanaging, controlling person, and I can't stand micromanagers. So I've always I don't know, like the more I see Franklin grow, I don't like who he's become.
Franklin had to become who he.
I mean, I get it,
Franklin
yeah,
is who
but
he is.
I ain't gotta like it. Just like Jenard, I understand, but I don't like the way he moved. But yeah, it's about to be, man.
I just remember him being a kid that picked stuff up and made deliveries.
Now he
Crazy.
still does the same thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
innocent kid, man.
Yep. Mm-mm-mm. Well, guys, this has been Tommy season 1 episodes 6 through 10 plus other stuff sprinkled in, but y'all know how we do. You know how my show is in general. We go wherever we go. Um we'll be back maybe. I don't know. We'll see if we'll be back. And the only reason I say that is just because like 6 months from now, who knows what's going to be going on. This is a long after back to I don't know. I'm actually kind of looking forward to this break.
Yeah,
honestly, because
we need
it's
it.
it's been back to back to back, and then like even for the regular show, I'm like kind of taking a break from some structured stuff for May and just kind of doing a bunch of random stuff just because I need a break from the structure. So I'm actually kind of looking forward to this break. So I won't say we won't be back because I'm only saying that right now because it's felt like a lot. But yeah, I don't even know when Raising Canaan will be back anyway.
Probably sometime in
No,
February.
no, 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 no. Come here.
I'm pretty sure they're gonna have like a back to back where they go from summer to fall.
All right.
Probably give us a break until February or something like that. After that,
Yeah. Yeah. Well, y'all you will be back halfway between. I think Raising Canaan is the next one, so we'll be
I
back.
hope we get that tape. Get that tape.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to Tate. Tate's gonna be one of my favorite ones. I
Nah,
like a good.
I don't think we're getting that. I don't know that we're getting that this year. And the only reason I say that is because I just read an article from when I was looking up. I was trying to look up what the reporter character's name was, and then it took me on this whole little bunny trail because it was hard to find her specifically. And I randomly came across this thing where somebody was like, "Is Power Book 5 still going to happen?" And so in January, it said that it was in pre-production, and we haven't even seen. Once we see a cast lineup, then we can.
Yeah,
Months after that, probably look forward to something or something like that. I'm trying to remember how they did it with
they
the
probably
other.
still going through hoops.
Yeah, so especially I think Stars has been acting weird, and this is just me get because 50 Cent he will post stuff. It's in a petty way though, so I knew there was gonna be like six like no, we're not gonna see anything for 6 months, but
Is it cancer?
don't do that.
I
Do that.
I think he's a smart man though.
Don't do that.
I think he probably already got a bag waiting for him somewhere else.
Um,
So stars keep playing around with him.
love
HBO,
cancers though,
Netflix,
but he's a
like
cancer.
Men are different. Men cancers are definitely different than women cancers. That's for sure. But I agree. It's so crazy that you say that, Baylor, because I was wondering, like, I wonder if they're always gonna stay on Stars because he's kind of been making statuses that about like they playing around, so we not gonna have nothing on Stars for 6 months. And like honestly, I only have Stars because of them. They don't really have much else on there. They don't even have a good movie catalog,
Get a
really.
fire stick, jailbreak it.
I mean, I hear you. I hear
allegedly, allegedly.
right.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, but um, yeah, he might have to go elsewhere because if they would have they could have been like running Stars all year or like maybe have a month break in between or something like these 2 months then a month break then the like they could have did it like that, and I feel like that would almost be
Ooh.
better than boom 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 nothing.
Mhm.
Like but I know COVID issues happen. So I know it's not all Stars' fault, but I know Stars has a problem, or not a problem. They're part of the problem, and I think he was trying to do a murder was the case movie or something with Snoop, and I just saw where he posted recently like Stars dropped the ball on that. So come on, Stars, because you only have my money because of power, literally. So if you lose power, I don't know where they would go. HBO Plus, that'd be dope. I already have that channel, so
They got High Town, or what is that? Yeah, High Town.
I never watched that.
That's all right. It starts off good, but then it gets dry, and then it's all right after that.
All right, y'all want to promote anything? Anything you got coming up?
No,
No, not right now.
not at all. Not at all. In the future, yeah, but not right now.
Just get ready for this summer that's coming up, everybody. It's gonna be a hot one.
Hot boy summer. No.
I think
Actually, it is gonna be kind of. I mean, it could be. I'm gonna be in the house though.
Hot Boys is up by like 29, right?
I don't know. We got to see what happens after a few
Oh,
things shake out.
Cedric, you gonna be 30 this year?
Mhm.
Aw.
Be 30.
Aw.
No longer 20s.
That's crazy.
man.
That's crazy that Kayliana's turning 20. I didn't realize y'all are 10 years apart.
Welcome to the club.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah,
almost out. I'm almost out of here.
Kayliana's entering 20s and you're leaving the 20s. That's crazy.
I feel good though. 30. I feel cool.
What plans do you have?
I was gonna go to Iceland, but I'm gonna actually do that in September, October. So I don't know. I don't know exactly yet. Probably a road trip somewhere.
We're
Probably a road
not
trip.
gonna talk about how that was like a lightweight flex right there.
You know what I'm saying? I
I got-
was gonna go to
yeah.
Iceland.
I thought you were gonna say like Michigan or something
see,
like that.
you see, I was mad quiet. I
Iceland.
wasn't about to say no me too.
No, that's just a bucket list thing. I've always wanted to. I wanted to. Well, I've already been out the country, but I wanted to travel alone. I never traveled alone. I wanted to travel out of the country alone.
You said that like you like me, Elon Musk. You know?
You know?
Well, Iceland. I mean,
I
it's all
put
right.
in on him buying Twitter. You know what I'm
It
saying?
it ain't
You know
Dubai. It ain't Dubai. It's actually, well, I don't know. Actually, I'm hearing about it. Actually, I'm hearing Iceland is actually pretty expensive.
My
and I
wife sent
heard
me
it's
some stuff from like
beautiful
Scotland.
there. I've heard
That's
it's
why I want to go. Yeah, because I'm outdoors. I want to see the volcano, glaciers, what they got, black sand beaches.
I want to go to Amsterdam, but I told my wife, I said I will only go as a group. I'm not. I would never. I would never just go with me and her. Heck no. I'll
That
be
should
hearing
be fun.
stories. Yeah, I'll be hearing stories. I gotta take the whole gang out there
Mm,
and walk shoulder to shoulder.
yeah. You got shirts still, Baylor?
Nope, the mug is all sold out.
Because I just listened to one. It was like an older episode because I'm behind on merchandise. I mean, podcasts,
Mhm.
and you was talking about how you had whatever you had, and
Yeah, so it's like I'm still having to struggle on what I want to stick with. So I did finally stuck with something and just printed up some shirts, things like that. But now I'm going through that struggle again. Actually, when we get off of here, I'm going straight to design some stuff, come up with some new phrases or something like that. Um, and then I will open it back up. And next time I open it back up, it'll already have a link to the website.
all right. So just want to make sure y'all could promote whatever. That's the thing though with being a very very creative person is it's hard to stick with just one thing or like your mind just keeps going And when your mind keeps going, you kind of have to execute it. Like, it's almost more problematic to not execute it than it is.
I'm taking literally. We doing our spring cleaning, and I have a lawn trash bag full of hoodies that I've made over the past 2 years. I'm about to go take them to Goodwill.
They're getting that elite donation.
They're like, damn, where you get this from?
Right. Man. Yeah. Let's see. What do I have? I don't have nothing. I mean, I'm sure we'll have a podcast happy hour at some point. I don't have any live shows. As y'all can see, I'm kind of just dropping whatever with certain episodes. So I start dropping every day if I keep at it. But yeah, I guess that's it. Follow us on social media. The links will be in the episode notes. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. The link to that is in the episode notes. Get you some Melon Intoxicate. The link to that is in the episode notes. I guess that's it. Thanks, y'all, for tuning in. This particular series will be back when Raising Kanan comes back. We will enjoy this break. And I guess that's it. Bye.
Peace.
Ladies and gents, this concludes transmission. Tune in next time for a whole new edition. Another adventure and mission to share, be heard, and clarify the vision of this whole new world for...